check on your kids' mental health as much as you check on how they're doing academically when it comes to school. That's what prompted us to withdraw our daughter. We did our oldest first, and then a couple of months later, our youngest asked to come home as well. But you got to check on the mental health of your child. Me and my husband have been going back and forth for years about homeschooling them. And to be honest, I was more of the opinion of, no, let them go. Socialization, they'll be around their peers, they'll be fine. We were okay. Parents understand this though. The generation now that our children are being exposed to and coming up with, totally different. The stuff, the issues, the things that they're having to deal with, totally different than what we had to deal with when we were coming up. And the example that God gave me was more like, it's almost like I was throwing my kids in a lion's den every single day when I was sending them there. What that means is God was protecting them, but it was like what was around them was just craziness. And so it's like, why would I keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that? When I know my spirit ain't comfortable with it. I was praying something crazy constantly for my babies. It was like, it's time to make a change. My daughter, extremely smart, intelligent, excelling academically, behavior exceptional, no behavioral problems. But for us, we saw a change in her personality. She went from being like this just vibrant, fun, energetic, talkative kid, sweet kid, to this just recluse, always to herself, not saying much. You ask her question, it's just like a one-word answer. It was like, what is going on with our child? And for me, I kind of dismissed it as, okay, she's going through the growing pains, going in, middle school, whatever. But I knew it was something that wasn't off. I just didn't know what it was. And I honestly didn't know if homeschooling for me was more, the concern was more of like, what am I going to do? Like, how am I going to teach them? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, okay, not only the how am I going to teach them, but it was like, now that means that they're home all the time. And, let's be honest, parents, one thing about sending your kids to school is that you send them to school. And so that means now you can take care of other things. And so if we're being completely honest and transparent, I was just like, God, so then how am I going to, what am I going to do with my time, and how I'm going to have to focus and rearrange job and work and everything to be able to focus and help with the homeschooling side of it. But I tell you, when we finally made the decision to say, okay, you're coming home, my husband went to withdraw. We didn't know what we was going to do. We had no plan. We was just like, we know that we can't keep sending her there. My husband went to withdraw her. And when he was in the front office filling out the paperwork, they actually suggested that we use, like I said, we're in the state of Florida. And so, you have Florida Virtual, which is an online system. And they actually have a more specific to our county, Orange County Virtual. They're like, why don't you just switch her to that? Thank you. Let's look into it. So glad they made that suggestion, because now our kids are able to take the exact same classes that they would if they were in the building, but they take it online. They take it virtually. Right? So that's the route that we have taken as far as the academic side of it. We have been able to get them, my baby now, oh my gosh, she's a junior in high school, dual enrollment. She's really done with high school. She's doing dual enrollment. She's at college right now. But her GPA is off the charts. I mean, just again, with her being able to get those core classes in for the curriculum side of it, but then to see how over the span, I think this is going on to our third 3.5 years now, where her just mentally, she has shifted. Like, it's almost like a weight fell off of her. And it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was a challenge at first. At first, it was a big challenge because we did it so abruptly. I'll own that. We did it very abruptly, and we did it in the middle of the school year. So for her, it was like devastating. She's like, y'all just, what you mean I'm not going back tomorrow? So it was very devastating for her the way that we did it. But we actually felt like we had to take those devastating measures because of the way that she was spiraling. And we just was like, okay, God, we can't stop this no more. Like, we gotta move. So that's the reason why we did it. But to see the change, right? And we did my oldest, and then baby girl, the younger, after a couple months, she was like, hey, I want to come home too. So she wanted to come home as well. But yeah, it's been an amazing journey. We just got into what they have is called a Step Up Scholarship. I'll tell you guys more about that as well. But that is a blessing. It's been out there, but again, me not knowing, and I was like, I hear about it, but I'm like, what we got working, I don't want to mess up what we have. But Step Up Scholarship has been another blessing, and like I said, I'll share more about that later. But if you are feeling led to homeschool your child, do it. God will make the provision. He will provide the resources. As now, with us, me and my husband, we're entrepreneurs, so it's like we have the flexibility as entrepreneurs to be around when we need to get our kids what we need to be them, to help them with their school work, and to still run our businesses successfully. So he gave us that flexibility and that freedom. But if you feel led to do it, it starts with you taking that first step out, stepping in faith, trusting God, and just going from there and just growing from there, because we as parents have to do what's best for our kids. Don't be so focused on what kind of grades they got. Focus on you knowing your child and knowing, wait a minute, something is adversely affecting her. Something is adversely affecting him mentally. Why are they sad? Why are they down? Why are they always in their room? Why they always don't want to have anything to say? Like, that's not the structure of my family. My family is very my husband was in the military, so for the longest we would go to different stations and we got. So it was like, yeah, my kids may not be, talking to a lot of people outside the house, but within the house, we always laughing and joking and playing and having a good time. And when that changed, we was like, whoa, time out. We got to figure this out. So that's what was the change for us. That was the pivot for us in saying, we got to do something different. I hope that helps you. I hope you guys understand. But again, if you feel led to homeschool your child, do it. This is your sign, because again, I don't even talk about this stuff on my page, but I truly felt led to the other day, and just to see the comments and the responses that I got kind of let me know, like, okay, I need to talk more on this. You can do it. It's a sacrifice, but our kids are worth it. It's a sacrifice, but our kids are absolutely worth it. All right. I hope that makes sense. And I'll share more. Maybe the next time I do a video, I'll talk about the Step Up Scholarship and how that's helped us, or any questions that y'all may have. But listen, if you're trying to homeschool, do it. It's definitely worth it. All right. Love y'all. Have a great day.